Hey there. Have you ever come home to a quiet house and felt like something's missing, like the day just doesn't have the same warmth it used to? I know that feeling, and I bet a lot of you do too. As we get older, life can start to feel a little emptier sometimes. Maybe the kids have moved out, or the days don't bustle the way they once did. But what if I told you there's a simple way to bring some of that joy back, something that doesn't take a lot of effort but makes a big difference? I'm talking about pet ownership, those furry, feathered, or even scaly little companions that can brighten up your world. Today, I want to chat with you about how having a pet can lift your spirits and boost your mental well-being, especially after 60. We're going to walk through 5 ways these critters can make life sweeter, and I'll share some stories and tips to show you just how easy it can be to let them in. So, let's start with the first thing they do: they chase away the loneliness. You know how it is, some days, you might not talk to anyone except the cashier at the grocery store. It's not that you're unhappy, but it can feel like you're on your own little island. Well, a pet steps right onto that island with you. They're there, wagging a tail or purring on your lap, making sure you've got company no matter what. I think about my friend Ruth, who's 68. After her husband passed, she was rattling around her house, feeling like the silence was louder than ever. One day, her daughter brought over a little tabby cat named Muffin. Ruth wasn't sure at first, she hadn't had a pet in years, but within a week, she was telling me how Muffin waits by the door for her and curls up next to her at night. She said it's like having someone to talk to, even if it's just about what's for dinner. That's the thing, pets don't care if you're repeating yourself or if your jokes are old, they're just happy you're there. And suddenly, you're not as alone as you thought. It doesn't have to be a cat, either. A dog might nudge you for a walk, or a bird might chirp back when you hum a tune. Even a fish swimming around its tank can feel like a little buddy keeping you company. The point is, they fill that quiet space with something alive, something that needs you as much as you might need them. And it's not complicated, you don't have to be a pet expert to toss a treat or scratch an ear. It's just a small way to feel connected again, right in your own home. But it's more than just having someone around, it's what they do to your heart. That brings me to the next way pets help: they melt away stress like butter on a warm biscuit. Life can still throw curveballs after 60, maybe it's a creaky knee acting up or a bill that's a little higher than expected. Whatever it is, it can sit on your shoulders and make the day feel heavy. But when you've got a pet, it's like they've got a sixth sense for it. They'll plop down next to you, or maybe they'll do something silly that makes you laugh despite yourself. My neighbor Jim, he's 71, and he's got this scruffy little dog named Buster. Jim told me once that after a tough day, maybe the grandkids canceled a visit, he'll sit on the couch, and Buster just hops up and stares at him with those big eyes. Next thing you know, Jim's petting him, and the worry starts to slip away. He says it's better than any pill he's ever taken. There's even some folks who've studied this. They say petting a dog or cat can lower your blood pressure and calm your nerves. But you don't need a doctor to tell you that. You feel it when your cat's purring vibrates through your lap or when your dog's wagging tail thumps against the floor. It's like they're saying, "Hey, it's okay, let's just enjoy this moment." And you do. You can't help it. Whether it's a quick pat or a long cuddle, it's a little break from whatever's on your mind. So, we've got loneliness fading and stress melting away. Pretty good start, right? Now that we're feeling that warmth, let's talk about how pets can give your days a little more rhythm and purpose. So, we've been chatting about how pets can ease that lonely feeling and take the edge off a stressful day, like a little balm for the soul. But there's another way they work their magic, and it's all about giving your days a bit of shape and meaning. You know how sometimes retirement or an empty nest can leave you wondering what to do with all those hours? Well, a pet steps right in and hands you a routine, nothing fancy, just a gentle nudge to keep you going. That's what I want to talk about next, how they bring purpose to your everyday life. Think about it, when you've got a pet, there's always something to do. A dog might paw at the door for a walk, or a cat might meow to let you know it's breakfast time. Even a bird needs its water changed or a few seeds sprinkled in the dish. It's not a big to-do list, but it's enough to get you up and moving, to give you a reason to start the day. My friend Clara, she's 66, and she adopted a scrappy little terrier named Max after her kids convinced her to give it a try. She used to say mornings were the hardest, too quiet, too slow. But now? Max is bouncing around by 7 a.m., ready for his stroll around the block. Clara laughs about it. She says she didn't sign up to be an early riser again, but there she is, lacing up her shoes with a smile. It's not just the walk, it's knowing Max counts on her. That little guy's depending on her to fill his bowl and toss his toy, and suddenly, the day has a rhythm to it. It's funny how something so simple can make you feel needed again. I remember my Uncle Ray, who's 74. He got himself a pair of goldfish after his wife passed. He didn't want anything too demanding, just a little life in the house. He named them Fred and Ginger, and now he's got this whole routine, feeding them, tapping the glass to say hello, even talking to them about the weather. He told me it's not like they answer back, but it's something to care for, something that's his. That's the thing, pets don't ask for much, but they give you a job to do, a small purpose that feels good. You're not just drifting through the day, you're part of their world, and they're part of yours. And while you're keeping them happy, something else happens, you start moving more, almost without noticing. That's the next piece I want to share, how pets keep you active in the easiest, most natural way. You don't have to be out there jogging or lifting weights, unless that's your style, of course. I'm talking about the little ways they get you off the couch. Maybe it's bending down to fill a water bowl, or stepping outside to let the dog sniff around the yard. It's not a workout, it's just life with a pet, but it adds up. Take my neighbor Sue, for example. She's 69 and has a fluffy white dog named Snowball. She used to say she wasn't one for exercise, but now she's out walking Snowball twice a day, just a slow loop around the park. She didn't plan it that way, it's just what Snowball needs, and she goes along with it. She told me her knees feel better than they have in years, and she's even started chatting with other dog walkers she meets along the way. Or there's my cousin Bill, who's 72, he's got a parrot named Polly that loves to hop around the room. Bill's always up chasing her, making sure she doesn't nibble the curtains. He laughs about it, but he's moving more than he ever did sitting in his recliner. That's what pets do, they sneak activity into your day, and before you know it, you're feeling a little sprier, a little more alive. So, with purpose in your step and a bit more bounce in your stride, let's explore how they lift your mood even higher. We've been talking about how pets can weave purpose into your days and get you moving in ways that feel more like fun than effort. But there's one more piece to this puzzle that I think really ties it all together, and it's how they boost your happiness in ways you might not even see coming. That's what I want to dive into now, how having a pet can light up your mental well-being and make every day feel a little brighter. After 60, it's easy to get stuck in a rut, maybe feeling like the best moments are behind you. But a pet? They don't care about yesterday, they're all about right now, and they've got a way of pulling you into that joy with them. Picture this, you're having one of those days where nothing seems to go right, maybe the coffee maker broke, or the rain's keeping you inside. Then your cat hops up on the windowsill and starts batting at the glass, or your dog drops a slobbery toy in your lap, looking at you like you're the best thing since sliced bread. It's hard not to crack a smile, isn't it? That's what they do, they bring these little bursts of happiness that cut through the gloom. My friend Margaret, she's 70, and she's got a big old tabby named Leo. She told me once that on days when she's feeling low, maybe missing her old neighborhood, Leo will just sit there purring, and it's like he's telling her everything's okay. She says it's not a big fix, but it's enough to turn her day around. That's the gift of a pet, they don't solve all your problems, but they make the tough stuff easier to carry. And it's not just the silly moments, it's the steady comfort they offer, too. There's something about knowing they're there, day in and day out, that settles your mind. I think about my pal George, who's 65. He's got a little beagle named Daisy, and after he retired, he wasn't sure how to fill the quiet. But Daisy's always up for a cuddle or a game of fetch, and George says it's like she keeps his spirits from dipping too low. He'll sit on the porch with her, watching the world go by, and it's peaceful in a way he didn't expect. Folks who study this stuff say pets can even help with things like anxiety or sadness, something about their presence calming your nerves. But you don't need a fancy study to feel it, you just know it when your bird starts chirping along to the radio, or your fish swims up to greet you at the tank. So, let's think about what we've covered here. Pets chase away loneliness with their company, melt stress with their quiet magic, give your days purpose with their needs, keep you active with their playful nudges, and lift your happiness in ways big and small. It's like they're little partners in this journey, helping you feel more connected, more alive, and more yourself. You don't have to go all in right away, maybe start with a low-key pet like a fish or a bird, or visit a shelter to see who catches your eye. The point is, they're out there waiting to share a bit of their world with you, and it's never too late to let them in. What do you think? Have you got a pet that's made your days better, or are you thinking about getting one? I'd love to hear your stories, drop them in the comments below. If this chat sparked something for you, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more ways to keep life full and happy. Here's to finding a little furry, or feathery, friend to light up your days, no matter your age.